A Negroni.
I was going to say the same thing.
Spagliato.
Ooh.
With Prosecco in.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
You choked on popcorn. Yes. And then... Sorry.
I don't think Jesus turned water into Prosecco. I've always said that. I've always said that.
Everyone's so excited
about to return.
Everyone's so excited about part 2. You just were like...
Everyone really wants to hear about Kongus's return.
Guys, welcome back.
Welcome back, yeah. It's been 5 minutes for us. It's been a week for you.
Yeah. And if you didn't watch last week's episode, you're about to be so confused right now. You're going to be like, what is wrong with these two weirdos?
I even brought out the hat for this episode.
The hat makes sense. If you're curious, go watch the last one.
Go watch it.
You have to, or at least just the ending. This will make sense. So, we're not starting this episode with what we're watching because we already talked about that.
It.
But I was thinking, leave us some comments and tell us some things we need to watch, or if we've watched them, some things we need to be talking about for the next pod.
Okay, but while we're on that topic, I think we need to make Kongus real. Like, we need to make that movie.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm down.
Maybe it's a TV show, you know.
I'm down.
But anyway, if you missed out in the first in last week's episode, Tillamook do better. That was kind of it. That was kind of the episode, right?
Literally repping them right now.
Tillamook do better. I'm not repping you for free. I paid
you heard it here first.
So we.
It's like when someone says doo-doo.
We're
like professionals. Someone's like, okay, you're going to do, and you're like, it's like a work environment. You're like, do. He said wee. Okay. Where else?
Anyway,
back to our fake story about like gorilla and cheese.
In the last episode, she wanted to talk about the 100 men versus a gorilla. And me being me and being off topic as per usual in my brain, was like, well, how do I involve cheese into this? I was like, well, what if they have cheese? And then so we asked ChatGPT about the 100 men versus a gorilla. Just, like, who does ChatGPT think would win in that scenario? And then I was like, let me throw in another variable to this ChatGPT question. And I was like, well, what if they were all armed with Tillamook cheese?
Obviously, like that's the next question you would ask.
It gave me an answer. Like, if you want to know the answer, go back and listen. And then it offered to make me a short story about 100 men armed with Tillamook cheese versus a gorilla.
And how can you resist that?
You can't, right? And so the story was called The Battle of Dairy Hill. And at the end of that story, it also offered me a new prompt. It said, would you like me to make a sequel about the return of our main villain, Kongus, with, what did it say? But he's lactose enhanced. I said yes.
Hear me out, though. In real life, he's not a villain because, like, we're just attacking him with cheese for no reason. Like, he's just trying to live his life. Like,
well, no, in the story, he shows up to them. Like, he comes up to them.
Okay, in the story, that's fair.
Yeah.
In the scenario, the real life scenario, like, people are just attacking a gorilla for no reason.
Yeah. Okay, so I said yes, and ChatGPT legitimately said, say less.
Hold my beer.
Say less. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, reading off the screen, it says say less.
Oh, God.
The legend continues. Return of Kongus, the Lactose Awakens.
Woo! Here we go.
All right. Let's get back into the mindset here. 100 men versus a gorilla. The men are armed with Tillamook cheese. Okay.
Set the
I feel like I need to
scene.
pop a Zen before we do this.
Also, in the last episode at the end, I screamed like a gorilla, I think, maybe. So if you want to see
Yeah,
that.
if you want to sound clip that and make funny
No.
videos with it.
Actually,
Like
that's
the
a
goat
lie.
screaming to Taylor Swift, do it with her voice.
I don't even know why I brought it up. Just go look at it. I'm sorry in advance. Headphone warning.
I think she's oddly proud of it, is what it is. All right.
No, I'm not.
Back into the world of Kongus. Here we go. Return of Kongus. Wait. Hang on. Back into the world of Kongus. Return of Kongus. The Lactose Awakens. It had been 6 months since the Battle of Dairy Hill. The world had changed. Cheese sales had skyrocketed. Big Mike had a sponsorship with Tillamook. Trevor was giving TED Talks on dairy-based warfare. The 100 Men, now known as the Order of Whey, spelled W-H-E-Y, were global heroes.
Oh my god.
Something stirred in the shadows. In a dark forest deep within Wisconsin, forbidden experiments were underway. Rogue dairy scientists led by the exiled Dr. Kurdzwell had done the unthinkable. They resurrected Kongus Maximus. Only now, he wasn't just a gorilla. He was a lactose-powered, whey-injected, probiotic-enhanced alpha beast.
Oh no.
His fur glistened with butterfat. His veins ran with calcium-enriched rage. His new name? Kongus Ultra. He was back, and he wanted revenge.
Oh my god.
Chapter 1, Milk Storm Rising. The Order of Whey were enjoying a cheese fondue celebration when the skies darkened. A low rumble shook the earth. Birds scattered, and cows mooed nervously. Mwah.
Was that in there?
I did that. Suddenly,
Ew. Have you seen?
yes.
Oh my god. Sorry. Okay, back to it.
Suddenly, Chad burst through the banquet doors, panting. "He's back!" he yelled, clutching an empty Greek yogurt cup like it was a prophecy. The men dropped their fondue forks. Mike stood up, grabbed the aged reserves. We ride. Chapter 2, Clash at Mozzarella Mesa. Mesa? Kongus Ultra descended upon Mozzarella Mesa like a storm of dairy-fueled fury. He smashed tractors, ripped trees from the earth, and yelled something in gorilla that translated to, "I am the cream of evolution."
Okay. Ew. Ew. AI, chill, girl. What the hell?
The order arrived. But this time, they weren't just hurling blocks of cheese. Trevor wielded dual ricotta cannons strapped to his arms. Chad piloted a cheese grater mech suit capable of shooting molten queso. Big Mike, now called Sir Cheddar, rode a horse named Parmesan. The two forces collided in a clash of curds and chaos. Kongus Ultra roared, swinging a wheel of Gouda like a morning star. Sir Cheddar met him head-on, his cheese shield glowing with righteous dairy energy. Blow after blow, splat after splat, and then, in the final moment, Chad launched a homemade lactose bomb, crafted from expired yogurt, triple cream brie, and sheer desperation.
Oh.
Kongus roared and exploded into 1,000 dairy-free protein bars.
What? Because he's made of
that come
whey.
from?
He's made of whey.
That makes sense. Epilogue. Peace through pasteurization. The Order of Whey returned home victorious. Kongus was gone. For now. But every time a glass of milk trembles, every time you open the fridge and see a block of cheese slightly askew, remember, he could rise again. Want a third installment where Kongus returns with vegan powers?
I'm dead.
How long do we follow this rabbit hole?
Sorry, I was listening and then little bits I'm laughing when you said wee wee. And then I was like, meow.
Can I find that video?
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy. Also,
Al finds its moo.
Oh, you found your moo. Good job. We did some moo. Oh, wow.
Moo!
is that what your neighbor sounded like?
No, you heard my neighbor. What do you mean?
She could have sounded like that.
You heard it.
Moo! That's what I heard. So, okay. Okay, I feel like we need to follow this, but let's talk about our other crap, get through it, and then end.
Can this just be a new installment every week, as a new story?
How long is it going to go? Yeah, I guess we can. But this is, we already did it.
How many times
first,
can
so-
Kongus get revived? That's my question.
That's true. I feel like we're going to have to start prompting it. It's going to have to start, changing a little bit. You know what I mean?
Wait, I have an idea.
He can't get revived, every time. But no, yeah, what if we just started a series and we start reading one part every episode?
I want to interview Kongus for my podcast.
But he's literally dead. Or is he?
Absolutely. Let's set the stage. You're about to conduct the most dangerous, unhinged, lactose-laced interview in podcast history. A one-on-one with Kongus Maximus, the silverback who took on 100 men and a mountain of Tillamook cheese.
Also, can I just say, I feel like we were getting away from Tillamook there.
Huh?
We were getting away from Tillamook.
What do you mean getting away from Tillamook?
It was talking about cheese, but it was all different cheeses.
Well, Tillamook has all kinds of cheeses.
Do they make all those, though?
I don't know.
Queso,
Tillamook do better.
ricotta. Yeah, you should make them. No.
I want you to role play as Kongus while I ask you questions.
It's just That's all the answer.
All right, she, Kongus says, grunts, breathes heavily into the mic. I am Kongus, the cheese slayer, the curd conqueror. Ask your questions, tiny podcast man. But know this, if I hear the word string cheese, I may snap.
Ew.
What should we ask Kongus?
How are you alive?
What are your thoughts on Tillamook cheese?
Oh, yeah. Good.
Oh, it's asking, it's which option do you like better? Okay.
Tell it, not to do that.
Snorts aggressively. Tillamook. Pauses, nostrils flaring. That name still melts in my memory. Like mozzarella in a microwave. Don't get me wrong, it's a worthy cheese. Bold, dense, aged with honor. It was the blade with which your kind struck me, and the shield behind which you cowered. I have chewed it, I have bled because of it, and I have, unwillingly, passed it.
Oh.
Leans forward, eyes narrowing. Tillamook cheese is powerful, but it is not merciful. It does not bend, it breaks. Much like I broke Chad. Next question, mammal.
A mammal? That's actually a really good answer.
It said not to mention string cheese, so I'm going to mention string cheese and see what happens.
Yeah.
Do you prefer a block of cheese or string cheese?
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Growls low and deep, eyes flashing with ancient trauma. String cheese is an insult. Pounds chest once, the mic rattles. You think I would pick apart dairy like a child unraveling a shoelace. I am Kongus Maximus, destroyer of deli aisles. I do not nibble, I consume. Give me a block, a slab, a wheel the size of a war drum. I want to feel the weight of my rage in dairy form. String cheese, that's for school lunches and emotional breakdowns. You hand me string cheese, I'll tie it around your ankles and swing you like a bolo. Next question before I start naming names.
What the heck?
Personally, I love string cheese.
Personally, I could fuck up a string cheese right now, actually. String cheese is my middle name.
Eyes narrow slowly. A low primal growl rumbles through the studio mic. You love string cheese? I came here thinking you were a man of strength, a warrior, a host worthy of my legend. But now I see the truth. You are a peeler. Do you also eat it strand by strand, twisting and pulling like some dairy spider? Do you giggle when it squeaks between your teeth?
Ew.
I should flip this table, but I won't. You know why? Because even the weak deserve calcium. Ask your next question, string boy.
Okay, judge much? Like, so
Let me have my string cheese in peace.
Yeah, it's like my.
Let me have my string cheese in peace, you wimpy, lactose intolerant excuse
string cheese
for
lovin'.
a mammal.
String cheese lovin' mammal.
I spelled intolerant wrong. Hang on.
How'd you spell
Intolerant. Okay. The room goes silent. The mic creaks under pressure. Somewhere a cow moos in fear. Kongus stands. He breathes in once, twice, then, you dare. Voice low, trembling with restrained volcanic fury. You insult me, Kongus Maximus, first of the way, breaker of breeze, scourge of Cheddar Hill, over string cheese? You want to peel dairy like a toddler, fine. But call me a wimpy, lactose-intolerant mammal again, and I will bring such a lactose storm upon you, your descendants will develop allergies out of fear. You forget who made you famous. You forget who gave you your podcast its most streamed episode. You owe your platform to my pain. But go on. Peel your cheese, peasant. The dairy reckoning comes for us all.
Say, is there a Mrs.
Your move,
Kongus?
string lord.
Sorry, is there a Mrs. Kongus?
What do you mean?
Like does he have a wife?
Are you married by chance? My co-host is looking for a mate.
Oh my god, not a mate.
Raises one heavy brow, adjusts posture. The mic groans under the weight of his smirk. Married? No, Kongus Maximus does not marry. I conquer hearts. I devour affection. I once wooed a zookeeper with a single glare and a half-melted block of Havarti. But I am open to companionship, as long as she respects three things: dominance, silence during cheese digestion, and proper cheese storage. Tell me of this co-host. Is she strong? Can she deadlift a Parmesan wheel? Does she fear gorillas less than she fears commitment? Because if she's looking for a mate, she might be about to date fate.
Whoa.
Describe her mortal. Let the gorilla judge.
How about this? Describe it a little bit, but also tell him to write me a poem.
She's wimpy.
And loves string cheese.
Loves string cheese. And hates hairy men.
And then say, but she wants you to write her a poem.
But she wants you to write a poem for her. My throat kind of hurts from doing the Kongus voice.
Moo!
Silent, motionless, the lights dim. Kongus Maximus closes his eyes. Wimpy, string cheese loving, Anti-hair, he growls softly, not in rage, but in reflection. She is everything I am not, and yet poetry demands I descend into weakness to speak her language. Fine, let the beast become bard. A poem for the wimpy one.
Hey.
O maiden fair, who fears my fur, yet snacks on strings of dairy blur. You pull your cheese in strands so thin, while I break cheddar with my chin. You hate the hair that mocks my might, but still request this verse tonight. Though you'd flee if I drew near, your Yelp review would read, too much ear. You do not lift, you do not brawl, you hide behind your podcast wall. Yet still I write, against my code, a haiku carved on a dairy road. String cheese maiden, why? Your heart beats soft like Havarti. I still pill for you. Kongus steps back from the mic, eyes misty. There, I have written the one poem I shall ever write. If she rejects me, may her cheese never melt evenly. Would she care to respond? How would you like to respond to Kongus Maximus there?
Oh my gosh, no one's ever written me a poem.
She said, OMG, no one has ever written me a poem.
Also, tucks hair behind ear. I guess I don't mind a little hair.
She also said she might be able to look past the hair for another poem. Kongus freezes mid-sniff, eyes widen. One single tear escapes his left eye. No! Though it immediately evaporates from the sheer heat of his primal pride.
Oh.
She might look past the hair. His voice is quieter now, less warrior, more wistful silverback who just found a second chance at love in a world made of cheese and chaos. Very well. Cracks neck, rolls shoulders. The poetry returns. Poem 2. The Softening of the Beast. You mocked my fur, yet here you stay, not a running fast the other way. Your heart, though clerked in... This really hurts. Your heart, though cloaked in lactose fear, now flutters faint when I draw near. I fight with fist, I rule with roars, but now I'm writing metaphors. A wimpy queen who peels her cheese has brought this apex to his knees. So if you dare take Kongus's hand, we'll walk together strand by strand. I'll braid your cheese, I'll trim my hair, I might even try a vegan flair. Kongus stands head bowed. This is my final offer. A poem and perhaps a promise. Raises eyes to the horizon. Does she accept the Kongus courtship? Or shall I retreat to the lonely cliffs of Camembert, heartbroken and hairy? How does thy fair maiden like to respond?
Wow, he has really changed because he said he would braid my cheese.
Right?
So, like, he's coming around to straight cheese. What a distinguished gentleman.
She called you a distinguished gentleman and was surprised by your ability to overcome the string cheese fear for her. Mm-hmm. I spelled surprise wrong, but who cares?
That word's stupid.
Kongus stares into the distance, lips parting in ways, and what may be the first genuine smile to ever grace his war-hardened face. Distinguished? Gentlemen? He repeats the words like an ancient prophecy spoken aloud for the first time. No one has ever called me that. Not even the dairy monks of Monterey Jack Peak. He places a massive hand on his heart, gently this time. Not in battle, but in bloom. And yes, I feared the string. I feared what it meant, simplicity, fragility, the unraveling of all that is firm. But for her, I choose to peel. He moves closer to the mic, voice rich like a dark smoked Gouda. Tell her this, string maiden. You have peeled the walls around my heart like layers of dairy shame. If she ever wishes, Kongus shall build her a throne of cheddar, braid her mozzarella with care, and defend her podcast honor until the end of the age. I, Kongus Maximus, am hers, if she dares to accept the legend. Long pause. Also, I've started shaving my back. And that's the end of Kongus for today.
Yeah, okay. So, next episode, we'll do something with this. Because he's going to go back into another battle, right? And, like, we can have the love story continue on. How he's, like, going to go to battle. And I'm like, oh, no. So, yeah. Stay tuned. I'm, like, really invested in this, actually. Someone's going to be jealous. A man
My throat hurts so much.
Yeah, no more of that.
No more
for
Kongus.
This episode.
But also it says you've hit the free plan for GPT-4o. Responses will use another model until your limit resets. So we'll wait.
Okay, but I do have some questions for AI.
Well, you're going to have to ask AI because I got to keep up Kongus.
Okay. So this relates.
Wait, I have an idea. What's your question for AI?
Oh, you're going to put it in the other one? Okay. Okay. I was looking this up because my TikTok is all like seafood boil and stuff. And I'm watching people do these seafood boils and they're just like putting all the crawfish in, right? Mm-hmm. But they're like alive. And I'm like, do they feel that?
Okay.
So I Googled it and it was like the first AI response on Google was just like, yeah. But like I didn't look more into it. So I just kind of wanted to hear what AI had to say about that. Like, and how are people okay with that? They're just like, no, we can't eat cows and stuff. And I'm like, you're boiling these things alive? It's kind of rude.
I love a crawfish boil. Okay, so you want me to ask, do crawfish feel pain when they get boiled?
Yeah, and like maybe just like their thoughts about that.
Do crawfish feel pain when they are boiled? And what are your thoughts on that, like the ethics of that?
That's a thoughtful question. The question of whether crustaceans like crawfish feel pain is still debated among scientists. Some research suggests they have nervous systems that can process pain, while others argue they might not experience it in the same way humans do. On the ethical side, many people believe that if there's a possibility that these creatures can feel pain, we should and consider more humane methods of handling them. Some places have even passed laws requiring that crustaceans be stunned before cooking. It's a complex issue that touches on our responsibilities towards other living beings. What do you think about it?
Interesting. So there's not like a clear answer.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
But like, has anybody ever thought about that? I guess people don't care because they're like...
No, I mean, she said that there are states that have places that have laws that you have to stun them before.
That's pretty interesting. Because it's like, we don't just like cut open a cow live and just start ripping the meat out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What states? I'm curious. Because I've been watching some TikToks.
Can you tell me where they have laws saying that they have to stun the crustaceans first?
Switzerland has banned boiling lobsters alive, requiring them to be stunned before cooking. Italy and New Zealand have also implemented similar laws.
It's not states.
I said places.
Oh, places. So
I said states and then places because...
Yeah, if there's not any states. So how are they enforcing that, though? Like, is there like the lobster stun police? Like, I'm confused.
How do they enforce those laws?
Enforcing laws about stunning crustaceans before cooking can be challenging. Typically, enforcement is done through a combination of regulations, inspections, and penalties. Authorities may inspect restaurants and facilities to ensure compliance with the rules. If a violation is found, fines or other penalties can be imposed. Public awareness and education also play a role in encouraging compliance with these ethical standards.
Interesting.
What do you know about Kongus Maximus?
The Kongus Maximus isn't a widely recognized term. You might be referring to something specific in a certain field or context. Could you clarify what you mean by Kongus Maximus? Are you referring to a specific species, concept, or something else?
I'm referring to the character that was created for me by ChatGPT named Kongus Maximus.
Got it. Kongus Maximus sounds like a fun character. What kind of adventures or stories have you imagined for him?
We don't
Never
need to get
mind,
into
you're
that.
stupid.
Okay, I have more questions,
I'm
though.
here to help with whatever you need. If there's something else you'd like to talk about or need assistance with, just let me know.
Okay. So the other day I was thinking about like a bee, right? And like I don't want to get stung by a bee, like if one's following you. But I was like, how fast can it fly? Like, can I run away? And I haven't even Googled it, but like how fast can like a bee fly? Like no wind, like just it like flying, like miles per hour, you know?
How fast can a bee fly if there is no wind resistance?
In a theoretical scenario with no wind resistance, the speed of a bee in flight would primarily depend on the species and the power of its wings. However, in reality, wind resistance plays a significant role in how fast a bee can fly. Typically, bees fly at speeds of around 12 to 15 miles per hour, about 20 to 24 kilometers per hour. Without wind resistance, they might be able to fly faster, but their speed would still be limited by their wing structure and energy.
I'm not outrunning a bee.
No, you're not.
Holy crap. And a wasp, too. One was like chasing me earlier. Because bees don't really like chase you, but a fucking wasp, that wasp like turns to see you and it's like, yeah, I'm coming for you, bitch. Like, and it was.
The
I
bee's
was
just like, I'm not losing my life for you.
The wasp, like I'm doing nothing wrong. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck up your day right now. Because I was doing spring cleaning, and so I have like a tub that I need to take to Goodwill, and I brought it down to my car, and there's like a wasp like on my trunk, just like float, and I'm just like waiting, and it like flies away. So I open the trunk and I go to put the thing in, and I swear, like, see it come back. I just like threw the bucket in, like I think stuff flew out, and I just like closed it and started running. But like I'm not outrunning it.
Yeah.
But like I swear I saw it like this, and it was like, bzzz, and I like just started like running away.
It's like, how dare you look at me, peasant?
So that doesn't really help my bee fear, knowing I can't outrun it. Okay. Last question. Also has to do about bugs. I was walking dock, and I looked down, and it's getting warmer out. So, like, there's a bunch of ants. I'm talking, like, the small, like, little red ants, like, not the big fire ants. But, like, how many would it take to kill someone? Like, if you laid down, you know?
How many of the small red fire ants would it take to kill a person?
Fire ants, especially the red imported fire ants, can deliver painful stings that can cause severe allergic reactions in some people. However, it would take an extraordinarily large number of fire ants to kill a person. Most cases of fire ant stings result in localized pain, itching, and swelling, but fatalities are extremely rare and usually due to severe allergic reactions, anaphylaxis, or secondary infections. In general, it's important to avoid provoking fire ants and seek medical attention if stung, especially if there are signs of an allergic reaction.
Okay, but, like, if a bunch were gonna, like, eat you and bring you another hole,
Okay, but
like,
what if
how
there were,
many-
like, 1,000,000 red fire ants? Would that kill me?
In a hypothetical scenario with 1,000,000 red fire ants, it could indeed be extremely dangerous and potentially fatal, especially for someone with severe allergies to insect stings. Fire ant stings can cause intense pain, swelling, and allergic reactions. In extreme cases, multiple stings can lead to anaphylaxis, a severe allergic reaction that requires immediate medical attention. While it's not common for a person to be stung by such a large number of ants, the risk of serious injury or death is significant. It's crucial to seek immediate medical help if stung by fire ants, especially in large numbers.
Tell her we're gonna send 1,000,000 fire ants to her house to come bite her.
All right, we're sending 1,000,000 fire ants to your house to come bite you and harm you.
I'm here to help with information and support. If you have any questions or need assistance, feel free to let me know.
They're not even gonna take our threat. Rude.
Weak bitch.
Weak.
If there's anything you'd like to talk about, or if you have questions, I'm here to help. Let me know how I can assist you.
Those are my questions for AI. Not that helpful.
Not
Except for the
that
bee
helpful.
Thing. That's kind of scary, actually. The more you know. Imagine having a bee allergy. Like, you can't outrun it. Like, they're getting you.
Oh my gosh, what was that? Now I have to find that because it's going to be stuck in my head. What was that? What was that? What was
What?
Johnny Depp's wife's name? Amber Heard.
Oh. The one that poops in the bed?
So the next morning, what transpired?
I remember thinking that Johnny would change his mind. And it would be, I thought it would end differently. I kind of froze. I don't know how we went to bed that night. I don't know how I went to bed. I don't know how I slept. I don't know how we woke up. I don't remember having a conversation with him the next day. I don't remember. It was just a kind of a surreal experience, and it just went away. That just got fixed. We walked out of the trailer at some point. My dog stepped on a bee. We went to the vet.
Objection, Your Honor.
Dog stepped on a bee? I don't think Doc's ever been stuck. Where is he?
I lose my balance.
Nice spot.
All of a sudden, realizing that the worst thing has just happened to me.
Where's the?
I just the manager. Who? My dog stepped on a bee.
I disagree.
You want a piece of me? I got it. There it is.
Why do you want to kill me?
I got family.
How come you don't want me?
Show me the fire! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I can see.
It's under against me.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Look at me. Responsibility.
Jesse!
So you say I have an army.
This one's for my family! God, breathe. Donkey! Under the sea.
Our battle will be legendary.
My dog stepped on a bee. My dog stepped on a bee.
It's her face when she does that. My dog stepped on a bee.
Yeah. It's like, you didn't step on the bee. Relax.
You need to move your mic. You're very muffled where you have it.
I don't want to hold it anymore. Okay. Let's see.
Because this looks like a job for me. So everybody.
This is all like one section, all this stuff that I wrote on here.
Okay,
so,
let's hear it.
Guys, this all started. Well, first of all,
It all started in the white room. I don't know the rest of the words to that
I
song.
went to mental health because I did my PHA. This is more for you. And they were like, you should like go.
Yeah.
And I was like based on my answers, whatever. And I'm on medication. I was like, well, I haven't been since my last base. I should just go, I made the appointment. I waited. Like I got there, like it was this whole thing. And they were just like, yeah, we can't like see you here. They're like, we're like too busy. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know.
So what are you supposed to do?
Military one source.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's
That's
it.
just like
I just
general
thought that-
therapy, though.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
going to get 12 of those a year, right?
Something like that. I don't know. I just thought it was funny because like they only are taking like super high priority like patients, which like I get, but I'm like, I am on like a controlled like medication thing.
Yeah.
But
That should tell you, though, honestly, like how bad of a problem like mental health is in the military if almost every base has that issue.
yeah, I just wish they like, I didn't need to like make an appointment and like go in there and like do the whole assessment.
Yeah,
like,
they should have
sit
told you
down.
beforehand.
Like they didn't need me to go there for them to tell me. They could have just been like, hey, we're not accepting like new people at the base. Like these are your options. Like that would have been fine. It was just a waste of time, honestly. But
They need to offer like go out in town and see someone, like referrals.
yeah, they do not. I've even tried at my last base because like they couldn't get me in. This was when I was like, it was like really bad. I was struggling, like anxiety attacks, putting me in the hospital stuff. And like I was telling them, and they couldn't get me in for a month. And I remember being like, that I can't happen. Like I need you to give me a referral then to like go off base, like something. And they were just like, no, we don't do that. And I was like, I'm having issues. Eventually, like when they do see me and they find out like how long I waited and stuff, there was not like an investigation, but like they had looked into that and like people had apologized and stuff. But I'm like, it already happened. Like, it's like I just don't want it to happen to anyone. But yeah, that's really the only update on that. I just thought it was kind of funny that they referred me and like told me to go there, and then was just like, yeah, you can't come here. I was like, I think I said it in the last one or earlier, but I was sick, not this last week, but the week before. And I don't feel like I get sick often, but the thing about this sickness is like, it's what, 2 weeks now? I am still, like, I still feel the congestion, like, in my face and everything. Like, my ears are still popping. And I still have, I've probably done it a few times on both these, like, episodes, but, like, clearing my throat. And I almost feel like a wheezing type thing. Like, the last time I had this was when we were TDY here. And, like, remember when we all got, like, sick? But I had that cough for, like, weeks.
Everybody got COVID because of not me?
Yeah. And I think I need to get a humidifier because that's what ultimately worked. Like, when I was there, I got, like, a mini one. And it finally took it away. And so, like, I think just yesterday I was realizing that. I was like, I think I need a humidifier. But, like, that sickness, like, it just took it out of me. It wasn't like COVID or anything. It was just like a cold, but like I hate missing work. It was terrible. Luckily, one of the days was Fancy Friday. Got very lucky, but that is
lucky
because it happened that Thursday. I was really trying to go in because I'm just like, I don't want to be seen like I'm trying to skate or anything. Yeah, but like I could not walk. Like I was super out of it. Like even like thinking, it was just like not processing. Like. And then I finally get better, you know, like enough to go back to work and everything. I was like, okay, cool. And then it was like the next day, like we had PT and it was just like on your own at Gaffney at the gym. So I was like, cool. Like I'm going to go probably just do 30 minutes on the treadmill, feeling better, want to get back into working out. I wake up with a migraine. What was that? With a migraine that I haven't had in like 4 years. Like, my migraine stopped when I joined. But the thing about my migraines is I get an aura where I get blind spots, like, all in my vision. It's about, like, I like to say it's about 80% of my vision. Like, I can't see. Where I just, like, go blind for about 30 minutes. Then the headache starts as that goes away. And then I just start throwing up all day. And so this starts happening right after I got better. And I was like, so I didn't go to PT. But I felt like a piece of shit because, like, I was already sick. I was messaging my supervisor. I couldn't come in. Then this happened. I had to message him. I won't be at PT. I'm like, wait, I woke up with a migraine. I was just like, it just felt like, I was just like, what is going on with me? Luckily, since then, I've felt better. But, like, I've totally fallen off my health journey. What is that? A spring?
It's my mustache.
No, I don't like it. But I've fallen off my health journey. I'm so mad. I was like eating good, working out, but like since getting sick and like all this, it's just thrown me off. And now I just feel like a fat piece of shit.
I don't think you're a fat piece of shit.
You know I'm a fat piece of shit.
I think I'm a fat... Ow, this really hurts. Ow, 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 ow.
So that's all my health stuff going on. But like... I use this as my like accountability because I feel like every once in a while I update my health journey, and so far it's been good. It's been good. Just getting sick. You
just got to get back on the bandwagon now.
I know. It just made me so mad because I was doing so good.
Get back on the saddle for Kongus Maximus.
Yeah, I know. Got to do it for him.
Do it for Kongus.
We both just turned at the same time. I was looking at the time.
I was looking over at the notes.
Well, while we're on the topic, I guess, of like health stuff.
Let's tell me about what you hate right now.
There's a story about why I hate this.
Okay.
Have I talked about this? My journey with birth control. It's no, like everyone knows it fucks women up.
Yeah.
Like, it
it's-
just fucks
I mean, it's
you
not,
up.
It's not natural.
It's just terrible. And like, I've only ever taken the pill because I don't want something in my arm. I don't want something up in me. Like, that just kind of like ekes me out because I'm like, how is that controlled? Hello, anxiety. But the pill, like, I've taken and stuff, and it made me lose my mind. Like, and then I found out a couple years ago, they're like, if you're prone to migraines, you actually cannot take the pill. They're like, you cannot. And I was like, this is the first time I've heard of this, taking the pill for like years. And I think I've talked about it. He put me on a different pill that I could be on. I had every side effect. Like, I felt like the ground was swaying. I think it's vertigo. Like, I was like swaying. My hair was coming out like in chunks. And I was having like, I didn't know this was a side effect. I didn't know any of these were side effects until I Googled it. It was just like side effects of this. And I was like, I was having like a stabbing pain in my side, like in my ribs. And I would just have to be like, yeah. So I couldn't take that. Like, I called him. I was like, hey, I'm having like all these like side effects. And he was like, stop that pill like immediately. I was like, so I just can't be on it. And then I went, TMI, nobody wants to know, I had a pap smear. You got to get them when you're older, right? They're not fun, whatever, but every time I go, they're just like, they just ask the same questions. Kind of like when you go to a checkup, they're just like, are your periods normal? Are you sexually active? Are you using protection? Are you on birth control? And like, obviously I'm like, no. And she's like, do you like want to be pregnant? And I'm like, no. She's like, I just feel judgment. It's like, what are you like doing? And I'm just like, do you want me to tell you? Like, all these options are terrible. And all the ones, like the one in your arm or the one that goes in you, they're just like, they can't guarantee what's going to happen to you. Like, as far as, sorry, nobody wants to hear about it, periods and stuff, they're like, could make them worse. And I'm like, I'm not risking that. They're already so bad. Like, I would go to the hospital if they were any worse. I'm like, you can't guarantee that. So I'm like, she was just like judging me hard. She was like, oh, well, I'm not going to give you the whole spiel, but like, there's a clinic on Wednesdays that like does a whole thing. You can just walk in. And she like just kept going on about it. And I was just like, ma'am, like,
please leave me alone.
Just open me up, scrape my insides, let me get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I freaking hate, I don't have to get another one for like 3 years. But still, like, all this health stuff, like, I know health is important, but like once I started getting older, it just becomes more apparent. It's just more in your face and annoying. But anyway, I'm healthy, I guess.
You guess.
Well, I'm like better now. Well, besides my like throat and stuff and that weird migraine thing, but like finally, I'm like okay-ish. Can that time kind of hurry up? I'm just kidding. Let's do something more positive.
Positive, encouraging, Caleb.
The Ren Fair's coming this fall.
You sound so excited about that. You're like, the Ren Fair is coming.
We've been talking
this
for
fall.
like 3 hours. No, the Ren Fair's coming. I've never been, but the one here is supposed to be like crazy good.
Nerd alert.
You know, I wish I was a nerd, honestly, but like, it's just not the vibe. I mean, maybe I am a little bit, but I just want to go because it just seems fun, like to walk around and like people watch and like get some food. But I want to dress up.
You should bring Kongus with you.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I heard he's going to war soon, so he's going to battle. I don't know. It's complicated right now. But I'm gonna dress up, so I've been looking at outfits and stuff. I was like, should I go as like a goblin, like something like just like really crazy, or because it's like all the girls want to go and like be like cute and wear corsets and stuff, and I'm like, what if I was just like a goblin?
You didn't go with us, did you, when we went to the Oktoberfest thing?
No, I did not.
And I dressed up, and then I ended up like being so self-conscious that I had a panic attack.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
But like,
that's
even
why I will never dress up for anything again.
Maybe I'll go to Oktoberfest too and dress up for that too, because I love dressing up. Like, I absolutely love Halloween because it's like a time that you can just let go and do whatever. But I was thinking too, if I dress up for this, I was gonna get a wig and like maybe do like blonde hair, like something just like I could never even see myself in, or like a pink haired like wig. Because I was like thinking maybe I'm gonna be a fairy. She was a fairy. I know. And then I was like, should I walk around and like throw glitter at people? I don't know if like that'll get me in trouble.
Pocket glitter.
I don't know. So I don't know. I just been thinking about the Ren Fair a lot. I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I am a nerd. Not really.
You are a nerd. Just accept it.
She was a fairy.
She was a fairy.
If I do that, I gotta make a TikTok.
I was spinning like a ballerina. Speaking of music, I've been listening to a lot of Childish Gambino recently.
Sorry, you just reminded me of something. Just
and also, speaking of music, do you know who Noah Khan is, right?
It sounds very familiar. Am I muffled?
Oh my gosh. It's the guy who I bought the record of that I spent a lot of money on.
Oh, that's why I've heard it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so there's this guy who looks kind of like him, and someone ran into him like last year and made a TikTok and was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Noah Khan. Sing us a song." And he starts singing wildly out of tune one of Noah Khan's songs. Well, he's blown up, and people are recognizing this other guy in the streets and making videos with him, and he's eating it up. And even Noah Khan's like commenting on the post about him because he thinks it's funny too. But anyway, like now my dream is not to go see Noah Khan live, it's to go see Foa Khan live.
Stop. That's actually really funny though. There's a new song. Oh, you know Benson Boone?
Ugh. Mystical Magical?
Yeah, you don't like it? I'm
a certified Benson Boone hater.
Why? I actually kind of like him. He is like, he's like a TikTok song creator. Like, but I get it. Like, it's going to make him money because if he can get his stuff viral and trending on TikTok, like, that's how it's just happening for him, you know?
But before he was like famous, like making his own music, like he was doing like covers and stuff on Instagram and TikTok. And I liked those. Like I like listening to those. And then he got way too popular, way too fast. And I was like, I'm no longer on this train. I am on the hater train.
Yeah, but it's good for him. But I like his new song.
Mystical, magical.
Moonbeam ice cream.
What is moonbeam ice cream?
I don't know.
What is that? You know what he said? He said he doesn't even know.
I don't know.
He just made it up.
Let me see. I don't know. But I don't know if this is just a rumor. I've been hearing the talks. Billy is working on another album.
Well,
I don't know. Because Phineas...
I've been hearing some talks that 21 Pilots is working on a new album. That's like a part 2 to their last album.
I do like 21 Pilots.
Mm-hmm.
I do like them.
Yeah.
Phineas, Billy's brother, was at a concert, like doing his own show. And he was like, yeah, me and Billy try to schedule the tour so like we're home at the same time. So we can work on, so, you know, we have time to work on the new album.
Mm-hmm.
And that like little clip of him saying that is like going viral. Even my little sister texted me. She's like, "Did you hear?" Because she's the one that went with me to the last concert.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I'm trying not to get too excited because I'm like,
it's going to be another year and a half, 2 years.
I'm like, this one just came out last May.
Mm-hmm.
But when she released this album, people were thinking it was like a double. So I'm like curious if it does come out sooner because it's like Hit Me Hard and Soft. It's like the blue, right, where she's like kind of underwater. But, like, there's, like, hints of red, so they're thinking it's, like, a blue and a red, like, type thing, and it's going to be red, but, like, her going the other way. I don't know. People on here are probably like, you're saying it all wrong. And I am, and I don't care, because I don't know.
She doesn't even listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, I don't. I be listening, and someone's like, wow, this is, like, the saddest song, like, are you okay? And I'm like,
and you're just like...
I'm working out to this song. And it's like, what was I made for? And I'm like,
you gotta get them gains.
I'm like, yeah, what was I made for?
I was made for lifting weights, baby.
I don't listen to words to stuff. I don't care. It's like, so when I try to play music in class, like for the students, I have to like ask someone, I'm like, can I play this song? Like, I don't know what it's about. And they're just like, that's like about suicide. I'm like, Then you play songs because I can't play anything. I'm like, we're playing, I don't even know, like Disney songs.
I love Disney songs.
I just played the other day. It was like, we don't talk about Bruno.
Bruno,
It's so funny because I'll play a song
We don't talk
that
about
I'm like,
Bruno.
I know the students are gonna like shit on this, right? And then I'll play it. I just see like quietly, it's like, we don't talk about Bruno. Like they'll all be like little dancing. I'm like, I see you all. You like it.
I was actually in the schoolhouse when that movie like came out and was super popular.
That song was like,
and we
huge.
watched it over and over at the Det.
Yeah. Wasn't that song like the biggest song of like that year? Something crazy. Like it went like insanely viral for like ever.
I don't know, but it was really popular, yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Popular. You're gonna be popular. You don't even like musicals, so shut up.
I don't. I was just talking to Justin about this. I was like, ugh, so much singing in Wicked. Because he saw it with me. And he was like, he was so not excited to see the movie. And I was like, let's go see Wicked. Because it was like viral. Like everyone was talking about it. Mm-hmm. And then we leave there and I was like, ugh. And he was like, I actually really enjoyed it. Like we like switched roles. But I'm like, I like the story. Like I still want to see number 2.
I still haven't seen the first one yet. It's on
like,
Peacock.
He's like, it's not even that much singing. I'm like, he started laughing when I did this, but I'm like, it's so much singing because I'm like, I just want the actors to kind of talk and act and then maybe sing a little bit. But I'm like, they'll be like, oh no, where's the ketchup? And like, Chester started laughing. I'm like, just say it. Why do you have to sing it?
Because it's a musical.
Oh my gosh, I hate it. I know. It's because I don't listen to lyrics and now I actually have to listen. Mm-hmm. To like what's happening, or I'm like,
use your brain.
I'm like, what's happening? They're just singing about where's the ketchup or whatever. I don't know. So much more effort. Just be like, yo, where's the ketchup at? Instead of
you're just a certified hater.
Where's the ketchup?
Oh,
let's do a whole dance
hairbrush
number. They're just like, where's the ketchup? Where's the ketchup?
And the whole like time, one person is like passing around the ketchup bottle around and around, like all the extra cast members.
Could it be? It's like so dramatic, like, and then at the end it's like, and here it is. We found it, and we found the ketchup.
Don't lights go off.
And then like later in the movie, it's like it like references it, and they're just like, oh yeah, can you like pass the ketchup? And they're like, the ketchup? I don't know.
The ketchup. Oh, we found the ketchup.
God, I can't handle it. I don't know what. Like, that's what a musical sounds like to me. Can we clip this? Actually, this is really funny. Oh my God, I just spat. Did you see it? Like, flew.
I hate ketchup.
I actually don't really eat ketchup.
I love barbecue sauce. You see, I was thinking about it the other day, and it was like, I don't like most condiments. Like, the only one I really like is barbecue sauce. And it's not like okay, barbecue sauce is the one condiment that I can just stand. It's like, no, I hate all other condiments, but I absolutely love barbecue sauce and will put it on everything that I can put it on.
Ranch?
No ranch.
Love ranch. You know what? I actually don't like barbecue sauce, like, at all.
I love barbecue sauce.
I'll eat it, like, if I'm eating some ribs or something, but, like, I'm not dipping fries. I'm not dipping nuggets.
I am.
I'm not.
Putting barbecue sauce on my mac and cheese with like little chicken tenders.
No, see, I'm
wee.
a Buffalo girly. Buffalo hot sauce. This is why we're friends, because we need differences. Or else we'd be eating all the barbecue sauce or all the buffalo in the world. We need to balance it out. You don't like a mustard? Mm-mm. Mayonnaise? Mm-mm. Chick-fil-A sauce?
Mm-mm.
I'm shooketh.
Yeah, I'm shooketh in my head.
Like teriyaki sauce is close to barbecue. A1?
I mean, I don't really use A1 because if you make a steak well enough, you don't need anything on it.
I know, and people always say that, but I'm like, I like A1, so when am I going to eat it? If all the steaks I have are just so delicious, when do I get A1? Where's the A1?
We found it. We found the A1.
Oh my God. Oh. Hear me out. We turn the Kongus Chronicles into a musical.
You would hate that.
Yeah, I would be like, hey, for some reason, like, I can't do the podcast. I don't know why.
I'd be like, it's because Kongus is a musical now.
I'm like, yeah.
But
We got to keep that going, guys. Stay tuned. More of the story. If you hate it and think it's disgusting and stupid, comment.
Don't leave
it.
a comment. I don't care. We're doing Kongus. We're doing Kongus.
Well, I was gonna say comment it because like bad comments are still comments, but we're gonna do it anyway. So
it's true. We are.
Or give us some prompt ideas. Like, what should we say?
Oh yeah, give us some story ideas. What's next? What's next in the land of Kongus and the Order of Way?
My man is going to war.
He's shaving his back for you too.
I know. Which is nice to know that he can do that because, like, I do not want to be helping shave his back. So at least he could do it himself. That's good to know.
Now just imagine him like rubbing up against a tree, just like trying to scrape all of his hair
like,
off.
Scrape it off. Like, that's true. How is he shaving it?
I don't know.
Woo! 1 hour. Goodbye.
We need a little bit of buffer, okay?
Do we? We started right away.
Our buffer can be our outro.
Moonbeam ice cream.
I have to spring clean today.
Oh, my day's over.
Everyone say bye to Kongus.
Bye, Kongus. No. What would he think if I said that?
I don't know. We'll find out next week.
But it's like you have
Next
to be able
episode.
to type moo like M. Oh,
I'm gonna see if I can get the audio
UH.
thing to work so we can just talk.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah,
Guys, I'm really excited about this storyline. Actually,
we love Kongus.
should we turn it into a movie?
Should we?
Just like Planet of the Apes, just like another. I bet you someone's in the works right now, like 100 Men versus Gorilla movie.
Oh, probably.
Like you already know it.
Probably.
Can't we look up like copyright stuff? Like who's already like.
Somehow, I don't know how.
I don't want to. It's like the end of the episode. What a
Yeah,
terrible idea.
I'm ready to start. I need to start cleaning, otherwise I'm going to lose all momentum.
Yeah, we're literally sick of talking to each other. Like
I'm already
you said, you need
losing
a
momentum.
buffer.
We have the buffer now. It's been 1 hour and 2 minutes.
My stomach hurts.
All right, thanks for yapping along. Stay tuned next week for another adventure of Kongus and another episode of the Yapaholics.
Bye bye. Meow.